Hi, I just got off the phone with one of my consulting clients, and he was telling me that he's struggling. He doesn't think that he's selling himself in the interview correctly because he hasn't gotten an offer yet. He's had 3 interviews. And one of the things that we identified that was happening in his interview is when he presented his brag book or his 30, 60, 90-day plan, he presented those to the manager, and the manager may or may not have gone through it right at that time. And he didn't do the tough thing, which is to say, hey, Mr. Manager, if we're not going to go through that, I need that back from you, because I know that just like in a sales scenario, if you leave a brochure, no one goes back and looks at it, so I don't want to waste your briefcase space or my paper by letting you take that with you. So what I'd like to do is, if we could go through it right now, that'd be great, but if not, let's hold this and we can talk about it at our next meeting. Okay, so one of the things that he had that happen with his brag book, and he'd had it happen with his 30, 60, 90-day plan. Now, the thing that you can think to yourself is, if you go to all of the trouble, it's very difficult to put these things together, and it takes a lot of time and energy, right? And talent, truly. And if you go to all that trouble, don't you dare let them just take it and put it in their backpack, because they're not going to look at it. They're not going to look at it. They're going to put it in their briefcase, and eventually they're going to throw it away. Okay? They're not going to review it later on the plane. All right? And when they do review it, they're not going to hear your voice clarifying, asking questions, elaborating on certain areas. Is this the way you do it? Is this the plan that you would think if I do these things in the first 90 days? Do you see me being a successful X within your organization? Is this a viable plan? What have I got wrong? Oh, you do 2 weeks worth of training versus 3. Okay, that's great. Oh, a ride with in the field, that's great. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's that conversation, and these things are just a platform for that conversation. And I guarantee that in your brag book, there are 5 particular pieces in your brag book that are more important than any other part of it. Now, the whole brag book's important, but those 5 pieces are critical, and if you don't absolutely show that to them, highlight that in front of them, discuss that with them, explain how significant it is, then you miss an opportunity to sell yourself. And remember that I'm telling you, this whole interviewing process is a sales process, and you're the product and they're the buyer. And so you wouldn't leave a brochure in a sales call. You wouldn't leave, product information on somebody's desk, or if you would, you need to know that that's not very effective. So don't do it in the interview, okay? I wish you the best of luck.